You are the ones who saved me from Saul Lasser. Oh, I am so grateful to you. Oh, I owe you so much. But you wanted to ask me questions?
Do you offer services as a guide?
Sometimes I take Renaigse to a good fishing place. They give me beautiful objects in exchange. But right now we have to be careful. There have been accidents with the Temlins. Did you want anything else?
We're looking for a Naut girl. The same one that the Inquisitor is looking for.
But I promised Alba to say nothing. I would really like to help you, but...
And you risked your own life keeping your promise. But Alba is in a very delicate situation. If we do not find her first, others will track her down. And they will kill her without letting her defend herself.
So she was right to be afraid, that poor girl. She came here saying she was being chased. I led her into the forest nearby to a cave where she could hide. If you have one of your notes, I'll show you where she is.
Thank you.
Did you want anything else?
I must go. Goodbye.
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle! A bit of poison on my blade, and let's go! May the swirling Golbar...
I think we're here. This is the cave that the tortured survivor told us about.
Look, a camp. Maybe these are Albert's things.
The poor child. May the Enlightened welcome her. She was killed by these horrible animals.
It breaks my heart, but we should search her. She may still have Reuben's journal.
Going by Alba's diary, Reuben had planned his attack well. He began by putting pressure on her using her father. Then our investigation. It's because of us that she fled New Serene. And because of her father and Johannes that she left San Mateus.
The traitor. He must be the one who wants to sell our secrets, and he didn't spare Albert to do so.
Well, he will have to report to us now. We should return quickly to New Serene to report to the Admiral.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
Our investigation is well underway, but the culprit is not who we thought.
What do you mean?
We found Alba, but she was innocent. In fact, her captain used us and her father to scare her. It's because of us that she fled. But she never stole documents or tried to sell your secrets.
So, are you saying that the culprit is Reuben?
If this were not the case, why make up this story against Alba and use us like that?
I can't believe it. And to think that I believed his lies. However, he is a captain. I cannot condemn him without solid proof. And we have to find out who he was selling his journal to. Ask his crew, but stay discreet. It should not arouse suspicions. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral.
Hello. You need something?
What do you think about Captain Reuben?
I know what it's gonna sound like, but I liked it better when you were captain.
Thank you. Heartfelt. But tell me why.
He's a good captain, but he lacks team spirit, if you know what I mean.
He's aloof. Doesn't get along with his crew.
You're still far from the mark. To him, we're nothing more than lackeys. The only one who gets a smile from time to time is the pretty Gretchen, one of the girls from the tavern. She scratches his itch. As soon as he can, he's off to the brothel. Must cost him a right fortune. He should be careful. A debt with a coin guard is like sailing near a storm.
When pride and debt are your masters, it can push you to desperate measures.
You afraid he might do something stupid?
Perhaps. But keep that to yourself if you would.
Anything else?
I need to go. Farewell.
Smooth sailing.
Good day. What can I do for you?
We have a few questions to ask.
I'm all yours, Captain.
What do you think about your new captain?
He is fair, decisive, and he certainly knows the sea. But he keeps his distance. As if he wasn't a member of our species. And since we got here, it's been worse. He seems... troubled. The slightest disagreement puts him over the edge. But never mind me. It's not my place to judge my captain. He's got responsibilities I can't fathom. Anything else?
I need to be off. Perhaps...
Farewell, then.
Your Excellency.
The pleasure...
Captain.
Good day.
What can I do?
What do you think of your new captain?
He knows how to make people obey him, and runs a tight ship. What else is there to say? He's a captain. I'm only a cabin boy.
Does he get on well with Alba?
He was suspicious of her at first, but when he saw that she was trustworthy, he treated her like one of our own. But when she disappeared, he told us that she didn't have what it takes to be a Nord. He spoke of treason, that sort of thing. I imagine he regretted having trusted her at all. Anything else, Your Excellency?
I'm afraid I need to be going. Watch out for yourself.
Hello, my darlings. It's rare to see the upper crust in here. It must be my lucky day. Do you and yours want to have a good time? I could call a few friends.
I'm sorry, but I'm not here for that.
Really? What would you like, then?
I was told that Captain Reuben liked you a lot, and that you spend a lot of time with him.
He's one of my regulars, it's true. He always asks for me. It's because I'm the sweetest.
Does he confide in you?
Sorry, my dear. But what's between my clients and me is nobody's business.
How about a change of scenery? And a chance to work in a more luxurious environment?
Become a courtesan? But don't you need connections to get there?
I'm the legate of the congregation, and the governor's cousin. So?
Oh, I'm not stupid enough to miss such a chance. What do you want to know?
Did Reuben tell you about his relationship with his men and his superiors?
Oh, yes. He's always complaining about it. He was hoping for a promotion. He wanted to be appointed fleet commander. But they only changed his ship. And the crew is nowhere near his level, and his admiral despises him. He says everyone is unfair towards him and doesn't recognize his talents, and it has turned him bitter.
Have you noticed him change lately?
Yes. He's become impatient and anxious. He has become suspicious, too.
Did he tell you about his plans?
Like everyone else, he likes building castles in the air. He told me that he would soon be someone very important and very rich. And that he would marry me. But they all say that.
Thank you, Gretchen. I'm done.
All that this young woman told us only confirms our suspicions. This man is a complete trick. We should follow him after dark. We may be able to catch him in the act.
Come closer, good people. The cure environment. Are your boots waterproof?
We can see everything from here.
Here he is, red-handed. The sellout. Shall we arrest him?
We should first find out what he puts in the box. Let him finish. The way is clear. Now, let's take a look at this box. The captain and his buyer should meet here at nightfall. This must be where the exchange will take place.
We should put this message back in its place. Nobody should know that we've read it. And we should warn the Admiral immediately. She'd want to know.
Let's go.
Come closer, good people. The cure and wine. Are your boots worn
Desarde, what can I do for you?
We know a little more. Reuben continues to use the dead drop, and has made an appointment with his buyer.
He has quite the nerve to continue using that box even though he knows you know about it.
He must have thought that we would not come back. The meeting is tonight. This could be a good time to get the proof we need. What do you think?
That's an excellent idea. I will come with you. I want to see this traitor fall with my own eyes.
From this position, we'll be able to see the meeting discreetly.
Perfect. I can't wait to witness it. This traitor is going to find out exactly what it costs to make fun of us.
Men of the coin. Our greedy captain has gotten together with them.
The wretched traitor. How dare he sell us to lawless mercenaries?
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Poison on my blade.
And let's go!
Let's see if we can ward off this.
Ha! This traitor got what he deserved.
Is everything all right, Admiral?
It's nothing. Sorry to have charged like that. I got carried away. I couldn't bear to see this traitor sell his whole family for a few coins.
Do you want us to tend to your wound?
No, I'll go back to port and get back on my feet. Find the documents. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, the three of you. Desarde, what can I do for you?
The investigation is progressing, Admiral.
Hurry up, or I'm of anything else.
I need to be going. in addition to a substantial sum, Reuben is also going to obtain a major post on the continent. He was ready to sell more than just his own knowledge. There are plans for machines and ships that he must have stolen from elsewhere. Everything is here. We'll give it to the Admiral tomorrow.
Come closer, good people. The cure ain't work. You'll find all you need in
Desarde, what can I do?
How are your wounds?
I recovered fast. It was nothing. Did you find the documents he intended to sell?
Yes, here they are. But there was more than just his journal.
So, he lusted after a prestigious position. And what a salary! I see that our secrets are still worth a fortune. Thank you for bringing me all this. We owe you a lot, Desarde. I will not forget it, nor will I forget the lesson. Be sure of it. You have my full gratitude. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral.
Are you... Welcome! Have you seen any... Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Come closer, good people. The cure ain't right. From the continent.
take me in this battle! Take a potion!
Some Renaigse around here.
That doesn't happen often. Do you want something?
You're very isolated here. Why live so far from a village?
It's a long story. Matir, will you tell him?
When I was young, I got engaged to a young man. But he wasn't my Minundanem. I thought he was, but I was wrong. And one day, I met the one I would love for all my life. As I had broken my engagement, we were exiled.
So, our parents came to settle here. They built this house, and we were born.
There. Now you know the whole story. Do you want to know anything?
I'll leave you alone.
Qua awalem seg.
To use our weapons.
What's happening here, soldier?
These islanders want to enter a plot of land that belongs to the congregation.
They are denying us access to the glade.
We must heal it. Otherwise, this land will die.
I am sorry, but we cannot let you enter this area.
But we only want to plant some new trees. Bring life back.
These people are fanatics, Your Excellency. Several woodcutters died last night, and I'm willing to bet that these savages had a hand in it.
You are killing the Earth, so it kills you in return. All of you are cursed.
Shut it, you savage!
I am de Sardet. I am the legate of the merchant congregation on this island. I came to shed some light on this affair. You said that some woodcutters died.
Aye, they fell sick and died a few hours later. Well, the camp doctor will be able to tell you more about it. You'll find him in the barracks right here.
Thank you, soldier. I'll go see her.
Please, Your Excellency, you may come in. Do not force us to use our weapons.
We do not want to shed blood. We want to give life back to the earth.
Do you not understand that these woods are sacred?
Hello, Doctor. I'm the legate of the congregation. I was told about the disputes caused by this camp, and a soldier told me that several woodcutters died recently.
Yes. They got sick yesterday afternoon, and a few hours later they were dead. I couldn't do anything except watch them writhing in pain. None of my remedies worked. If seeing corpses doesn't bother you, you can come and see the bodies. They're here. I hope that whatever killed them is not contagious.
These poor woodcutters look like they've suffered. This one has a swollen tongue, blood at the corners of the mouth. There are some peculiar red patches on the bodies. His eyes are bloodshot. This man choked to death. A strong smell of ammonia. The entrails must have been perforated.
So, what do you think? Do you recognize their disease?
They didn't die of disease. They were poisoned. There's no doubt about it.
You're probably right. But I've heard these savages talking so much about curses, so I thought it must be a mysterious disease, rather than seeing what was before my eyes. But how could these three men be poisoned?
What did they eat yesterday? Did they eat any mushrooms?
No, we avoid that kind of thing. We don't know enough about the region's plant life. The congregation provides us with dry produce, otherwise we eat game. Yesterday they butchered a beast brought by the hunters.
Hunters?
Natives who bring us game regularly in exchange for knickknacks. But they've been restocking us for months. I struggle to believe that they're involved.
Well, let's see what they have to say. Where can I find them?
They usually hunt on the edge of the wood that leads to this camp. Thank you for your help.
Do not force us to use our weapons. We do not want...
Hello, Doctor. And assault...
Yes, I couldn't do... If... I hope...
These poor woodcutters look like they've suffered. This one has a swollen tongue, blood at the corners of the mouth. There are some peculiar red patches on the bodies. His eyes are bloodshot. This man choked to death. A strong smell of ammonia. The entrails must have been perforated.
So, what do you think? You're probably... So I thought... But how could...
I'm not sure. Do their symptoms not point to anything?
No. I've never seen such a deadly poison with these symptoms.
Have you noticed anyone unusual here?
Unusual? No.
You don't seem completely sure of yourself. Nobody could have just slipped in.
No, I assure you. The last ones to pass by here were the hunters who delivered us game 2 days ago.
Hunters?
Natives who... But they've...
Well,
they usually... So, you're probably... So I thought... But how could... No.
Have you noticed?
Unusual?
Did they drink anything in particular?
They like to drink their fills in the evening. Life is dreary here. But if the poison was in the alcohol, I'd also be on the pile of corpses.
What did they eat?
No. The congregation yesterday, they...
Hunters?
Native, but they've been...
Well...
They usually hunt on the edge of the wood that leads to this camp.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
Close to is Richnestiri.
Atoi! This is our prey, Renaigse. How can we earn our reward if you hunt our prey?
We only defended ourselves. These beasts attacked us. But take them. We do not intend to eat them.
Thank you. But what are you doing here, Renaigse, if you're not here to hunt?
We were looking for you.
Us? What do you want from us?
3 woodcutters were poisoned yesterday after eating what you brought them.
Poisoned? I swear we are not responsible for this.
Why are you so distrustful? Did I not prove my goodwill by letting you take this prey?
This is true. You displayed some respect. But you have to know that we did not want to kill anybody. We did not decide to do this. We were trading beautiful things with the camp. But the Elder said that we would be traitors to our clan if we let the woodcutters cut down all the trees.
Which Elder?
One of the old men from Vigigidor, our village. He is very angry because we cannot heal the glade. He gave us the meat of an Andrig killed by a venomous Dosentats. Its flesh is perfectly edible when prepared with certain berries, but without them, eating it would be lethal. And since the Renaigse invaded our forest, these berries are nowhere to be found. He wanted it to be a lesson for them, so that they may understand that their destruction brings death.
I will not hold you responsible, but from now on you will no longer bring meat to this camp. You were the instruments of a hateful old man's vengeance, and I'm under the impression that there will be even more deaths if I do not get to the root of this problem.
The Vegigedo elder thought it best to take vengeance into his own hands. I understand his but Dunkus would not approve of this. He would say that bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, and he wouldn't be wrong.
This whole thing could turn into an open war. We cannot let that happen. Sir de Castillon will be able to give some advice on how to solve this property conflict without violence.
My fair cousin!
Allow me to present Afra, an emissary of the Bridge Alliance. She is an eminent naturalist who studies local flora, in an effort to find a remedy.
Your Excellency, it is a great honor.
You were part of Governor Buren's lost expedition, if I've understood correctly, were you not?
Yes, and our research would have borne fruit if it hadn't been so brutally interrupted.
I can only imagine. Nevertheless, you are most welcome. Your great learning will certainly prove useful. I implore you, my fair cousin. Do continue. We are eager to hear your news.
I'm going to leave now.
Look out for yourself.
Sir de Castillon.
Decidez, my young student.
What do you know about
Laurine de Moreau?
In that case...
For allowing she may... What's more,
Do you have any news?
Don't forget how long it took us. I don't think... But I am...
Did you know that the congregation have already tried to colonize this island in the past?
Oh, yes. I learned about it in some old archives, but the prince made me swear to keep it a secret.
And I suppose that you also knew that it's where I was born.
No, that part I guessed once I arrived here. But I knew that you were not the child of Madame de Sardet. I knew her husband, you see, and despite what you may have been told, you do not look like him. The portraits you saw had been modified to make it seem like you did. I'm sorry. I imagine that uncovering such a lie must have hurt you terribly. But you can be certain of one thing. Your mother loved you dearly.
But why? Why hide the truth from me for all this time?
I don't know. The prince has his own reasons, and he's the one you should be asking. As for your mother, I believe she eventually started believing her own lie.
I've come to find you because I received a complaint from the natives of the village of Vigigador. They want to be able to access a clearing exploited by our woodcutters in order to heal it. To reforest it, I assume. But our men there say that it belongs to them and are refusing to let the natives enter it. The site was supposedly ceded to them several months ago. But tensions are running high and some men have lost their lives. If we don't intervene, we're heading for a real confrontation.
It is very regrettable, and I approve of your desire to appease this conflict. According to what you have told me, if ever there was a contract, it must have been signed under our former governor. You should go to the archives and verify this. Then go and talk to Lady Laurine de Morange. And of course, I'll be delighted to help you once things have been clarified.
Thank you, Professor. Once more, you've been of great help.
Can your old professor still prove himself?
Looking forward to seeing you again, Sir de Corsillon.
Good day, my lady. Happy to see you again in such fine health. How can I be of service?
Did you know that the congregation had already tried to colonize this island more than a century ago?
No, I did not. But I suspected as much. Seeing the ruins got me thinking. If I understand correctly, you've already found proof of this and you're not happy about it.
I discovered that I'm originally from the island.
and that had been hidden from you. I'm really sorry, but I assure you that I was not aware. You should be asking the Prince for answers to these questions.
I need you to enlighten me about the property deed of a glade near Vigigador. The natives want to access this place, which according to them is sacred, and which they would like to heal. But some of our men there are using this deed to deny them access to the area. Tensions are running high, and some people have died.
Yes, there was a time when we enacted a lot of contracts. Do you have the document with you?
Yes, here it is.
This cession agreement is only signed with a cross on the native side. Well, writing is foreign to them, as is the notion of land ownership. For them, the earth only belongs to itself.
If they did not possess these lands, how did they cede them?
I doubt they knew what this agreement represented, to be honest.
In that case, why make them sign it?
When we arrived on the island, we had to ensure our access to certain commodities. We also had to make sure that we had legal ownership of the lands we were occupying. The natives dreamed of possessing some baubles that they didn't know how to craft. It was easy to make them sign agreements that they didn't understand by giving them some. I was a stranger to their philosophy then. I only thought about my city, and I regret it.
I'm sure we can fix this mistake.
I hope so, Your Excellency. Come, let's find Sir de Corsilion. Can I help you with any other matter?
My lady, I have to go.
Sir de Corsilion, it's always a pleasure.
Madame, I expect you've come to see me about this regrettable problem concerning a clearing, which my student told me about.
Indeed. And I think I may have a solution that will allow us to solve this conflict peacefully.
I'm listening.
I must admit that I established this at a time when the culture and the mentality of the natives was foreign to me. The clan of this village was rather open to our presence. They welcomed us with benevolence. For this reason, I think we should allow them access to these lands. In doing so, we would appease the tensions, and we would also retain ownership of the wood. We would even benefit from such an agreement if the natives reforest this area. Then we could exploit it for a longer period of time.
I find this decision perfectly viable, and I approve, but several men were killed, and their comrades will seek vengeance if the person or persons responsible do not pay for their crimes.
I am convinced that Dunkus, the chief of this clan, never approved such an action.
I understand, but I will only write a decree allowing people to go to this clearing, provided the murderer is delivered to us.
Thank you, Master. I will inform Dunkus of your decision. Sir de Corsilion.
The Sade.
Looking for...
What brings you here on Manawi?
At this old man's request, I investigated the conflict that opposes you and my nation regarding the clearing. You will now be able to access it freely to accomplish your rituals or heal the area. And the congregation will keep exploiting the forest. However, there is one condition to this new agreement. You must deliver this man to us, because he is responsible for the deaths of several woodcutters.
These men died because of their own foolishness. No one else is responsible for their deaths. If they hadn't cut all the ochreberry trees, they would have survived.
What does that mean? What are the two of you talking about?
3 woodcutters died eating the meat of an andrig after it was killed by a venomous dosentats.
It's nothing but a terrible coincidence. And if they had eaten the ochreberries...
We know that you're responsible for all this. The hunters told me everything.
How could you do this? You acted more foolishly than an irascible adolescent. By killing these men, you have brought upon us their wrath. And it is only natural that they should ask for justice.
Dunkus, I beg you. I only wanted the Renoigse to understand the value of the trees they were cutting.
Bloodshed only leads to more bloodshed, and you know that. I would never have thought you capable of doing something so foolish.
If you want to stop the woodcutters taking vengeance into their own hands, you must deliver this man to us.
I understand. But I have one condition before we make this agreement. The Lugaid Blau fooled us in the past. It is their turn to prove their good faith.
What do you want from us?
There is a mine in the forest that the congregation has long operated with help from my people. But digging into the mountain has risked it collapsing. We reinforced the earth with wood. We worked with the Lugaid Blau to save the mountain and the men. We agreed to stop digging and sealed the entrance with a boulder. But some Renaigse came back, and I think they started digging again. And some of my people started going missing. Perhaps because they had seen them break their promise. If the mountain collapses and it is your clan's fault, thousands of lives will be lost.
And you want me to intervene?
You have to stop them. Remind them of their promise. This is the price of my trust. If you do, we punish the person responsible for the death of the woodcutters, and all our quarrels will be gone.
I'll go to this mine and see what's going on.
Is there anything else?
I must leave. Goodbye, Dunkus.
Qua awalum seg.
Sorry, this is private property. I cannot allow you to enter.
Actually, no one should be able to enter. This mine is doomed. It's terribly dangerous.
I wouldn't know. Our employer, Mr. Maillard, is the owner. He's got all the deeds required. Listen, you should go to the authorities. They can confirm all the paperwork.
I definitely will.
Sorry, this is private.
If this mine is as dangerous as Donkas said it was, those who are exploiting it are reckless. Do these people not have any regard for the lives of their miners?
These Renagse must not have taken us seriously. We should take a closer look.
We should take the path that overlooks the outer wall. We should be able to see inside from there.
Those crazy fools have reopened this mine.
Monesinaiga. They use captives from the villages to dig their mine.
They've made them into slaves. We must talk to Sir de Corsillon. I hope our nation is not involved in this business. Sir de Corsillon.
The Sade.
I've come to ask you about a mine near Vigigador. It was closed for a long time for security reasons, but someone has started exploiting it again.
I seem to recall that a concession in this area was sold to a Master Maillard. However, I do not recall the details of the contract. It was established by the previous government. He is a rich merchant from Serene who arrived on the island only a short while before we did. People say that he is unscrupulous.
Unscrupulous? That's an understatement. This man had some natives captured and he's using them as slaves to work in this mine.
What? Does this old brigand really think that he is above the law? We cannot tolerate such methods, but we must determine the best way to attack him. You should start by finding the deed to his property in the archives. Don't worry. We'll not let this man's behavior go unpunished. Can your old professor still...
Looking forward to...
It seems as though you can't decipher the glyphs of your own people's document.
I get lost in all the legal jargon, but they have Lady Morange's seal on them. We should find her to understand exactly what they say.
Good day, my lady.
I need your advice once more. This time it's about the property deeds of a plot of land and of a mine acquired by a certain Maillard. Here are the deeds. I must admit that I understand very little of what's written, but your seal is on it.
Do not worry, this type of document is always difficult to decipher for the uninitiated. However, they are very clear. Master Maillard is the owner of a plot of land located near Vigigador. He can exploit the forest and plant anything he wants there, but it says here that he does not have the right to exploit the mine. It's even repeated in this other paragraph. Any attempt at mining on this land is forbidden.
And yet, the mine located on this plot of land has been reopened and is being exploited as we speak.
According to these documents, the mine has been closed for security reasons. This man's behavior is reckless. You should go see him. He's presently in New Serene. He usually spends time at the port when he comes. He has some warehouses there.
Come closer, good people. You'll find all you need in our
Master Maillard.
Who's asking?
De Sardet. I am the legate of the congregation.
Well, I'm flattered. What brings you here, Your Excellency?
I'm here to talk to you about the mine you have near Vigigador. Are you aware that you have no right to operate it? Nor are you allowed to employ slaves there.
But what are you talking about? Surely this is a misunderstanding. Listen, I'm sure there is a way for us to get along. I'm an honest merchant. I've always paid all taxes, and the small bonuses needed. Please tell your cousin that I would be happy to send him the gift of his choice. Now, Your Excellency, if you will allow me, I have to get back to my activities.
I'm afraid you don't understand, Master. It's not a money problem. That mine is dangerous. And you endanger the congregation on this island by behaving this way with the natives.
Come on, don't be so serious, young woman. I'm sure it's nothing that a small bonus can't fix. Goodbye, madam. Best wishes to your cousin. Excuse me, Your Excellency, but I must hurry. I have a lot of work to do. Come closer, good people. The
Sir de Corsili.
The Sade.
I verified the contract with Lady Morange. The exploitation of the mine is illegal, as we expected, without even taking into account what he's doing to the natives. I then went to meet Master Maillard.
So, what did he have to say in his defense?
He turned a deaf ear and tried to bribe me.
Oh, some of these merchants are so rich that they forget basic decency. But it's high time we reminded him of who is in charge of the congregation on this island. Here, this is an eviction notice which dispossesses him of all his land for breaching his contract. For his crimes against the natives, he's banished from this island. I will make him aware of this decision, but you should go to the mine immediately. The prisoners must be freed as soon as possible, and the mine closed once more.
I'll take care of it.
Can your old professor?
Looking forward to seeing you.
Sorry, this is private property. I cannot allow you to enter.
I don't need your authorization. I have here an eviction notice signed by the governor's ministers. The former owner, Mr. Maillard, has lost his rights due to a breach of contract.
Look, ultimately, we are not the ones who decide. We only obey the boss's orders.
In that case, where can I find him to notify him of his loss?
You'll find him around here somewhere, Your Excellency.
Excellent.
Are you looking for trouble? You'd better be on your way.
Master Maillard, I'm so glad to find you here. Here is a document from Sieur de Cossillon on behalf of my cousin. Considering the fact that you have not respected the terms of your contract of ownership, you are hereby expelled. The methods you used against the islanders has also ensured your banishment from Tirfredi.
Impossible! By what right? Guards, this woman threatens me.
Maybe you protect me in this battle. Trying to engulf our enemies.
These people were monsters. I wouldn't cry over them. Come now, let's go free my brothers, and we can tell Dunkas everything.
Go without fear. You are free. And know that we are sorry for what happened to you.
We must believe that not all Legade Blau or Loik.
She is an Almanawi. That's why she understands us. Thank you. We will not forget you.
What brings you here on Almanawi?
I was able to close the mine. The man who operated it was arrested and will be banished.
Yes, those you freed told me. From now on, you are my Karants. My friend, you knew how to renew my trust in your clan. Just as trees grow back after being cut.
Thank you, Dunkus. I am honored. Will you give us the old man now?
If you allow it, I would like to punish him myself. Enough blood has been spilled, and he will only call for more of it. Since he loved the forest to the point of killing for it, he will be sentenced to heal it. Every day he will replant what your men will cut down. Every day until the end of his life. Does this punishment seem acceptable to you?
If I explain to Sir de Cossillon that the man was sentenced to forced labor, I suppose he will approve. Thank you, Dunkus. It is a wise sentence.
Is there anything else?
I must leave. Goodbye, Dunkus.
Qua awalum seg.
Green blood, my friend. Do you need something?
I must leave you.
Karantz, do you need something?
I must leave you.
It's you on all Menawi! Come and see!
Ready to excite? Perfect. As soon as you're ready, you can jump right in. Incredible! Who would ever have believed that our excellence would have risen so high, so quickly? And now, ladies and lords, here they are, ready to fight the ultimate challenge. Will they be consecrated champions of the arena?
Drink a potion.
You're running out of energy. Drink a potion.
Ready to excite the...
I need to get going.
Huh.
Things are about to get dicey.
Let's see what you take.
Heal yourself, quick!
Fantastic! You are now a champion of the arena. I must say that this is the first time I've ever seen such a young team leader win the title. Allow me to give you this. The prize awarded to champions.
Thank you. I need to get going.
Huh. A pity.
What can I pour for you?
Manfred, the quartermaster of the barracks, told me about your supply problems.
And he sends you? Damn. I didn't think a legate would act in person, but it's nice to see that our problems are taken seriously. I'll explain. Alcohol has been scarce in New Serene for quite some time. Our suppliers in the town are constantly victims of theft, to the point that they're no longer able to supply taverns. I could have managed if my monthly delivery from the continent had arrived as planned, but customs seized my goods.
Did they give you a reason?
Conservative seizure, they said. Time to check that everything is in order. And now they tell me that they can't return my goods because they've been stolen. Can you believe it? If even customs are getting robbed, what hope do we have?
This is all rather suspicious. Don't worry. I'll go and see these customs officers and get this cleared up.
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from...
Customs Officer Alric. What can I do for you?
De Sardet. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. I have been told of some issues with customs. I would like some clarification.
I'm listening, Your Excellency.
I was told that a shipment from the continent bound for the tavern had been seized as a precautionary measure.
Yes, it's possible. We seize cargo sometimes, to verify that all taxes to the town have been paid.
Randomly? Without a prior formal order?
No, I don't know. Perhaps we received a complaint. That happens sometimes.
I suppose all entries are noted in your records?
Naturally, but I assure you that we only do our job. It was all routine.
I was informed that customs was robbed.
Yes, these thieves have quite the nerve. Someone even stole personal belongings this time. Since then, I've put all important things in the chest, but I lost the key. Probably on my way here.
Let me summarize. You have confiscated some goods, perhaps because of a report, but you're not sure. Then that same cargo was stolen from you, along with other things in your custody.
Exactly, Your Excellency.
You are either the worst customs officer I've met, or the biggest liar.
Listen, Your Excellency, I made a mistake. It's true, I should not have ordered this seizure. In fact, it was late, and counting the crates would have taken me hours. I decided to postpone it. In the meantime, the goods were stolen. It's unfortunate, but I'm not useless.
You haven't even informed the authorities of this robbery. This is all rather suspicious, Officer Ulrich. So I think it is necessary to conduct this inspection with a search.
Please, Your Excellency.
I'm sure the contents of this chest would be very informative. Maybe we should go to the docks to see if we can find the key that this scatterbrain has lost.
So, were you satisfied?
I haven't finished yet.
So...
I haven't finished.
So, were you
Absolutely. I found this letter in your chest. The signature on it seemed very interesting.
I was sure I'd lost the key. I will explain. But I am trapped. And it's been like this for months. I am forced to pull off all kinds of tricks in order to settle an old debt.
Egon.
Yes, madam. Either I do what he says, or I lose my children. I've already paid off my debt 100-fold, but he maintains his hold over me. And now I have no choice but to obey when he asks me to divert larger shares of cargo.
Could you help me identify him?
I'd like to, but I've never met him. He gives me his instructions in writing, or sends his men. He wrote the letter you found, or at least I think he did.
I plan to put an end to this individual's activities, so anything you can tell me will be useful.
I hope you manage it, Your Excellency. For the sake of my children, maybe you could come to the meeting he's arranged tonight.
Do you think he will come in person?
I don't know. This is the first time I've received a notice like this. I fear he'll punish me for arousing the innkeeper's suspicions. He doesn't let anything get past him, you know.
Very well, I will come. If only to avoid you paying the price for your stupidity.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I'll meet you at the North Gate in the evening.
No offense to our new friend. I'm not sure this Egon will come in person. I'd be surprised if he'd bother moving just to lecture a small fry in his business.
Ah, there you are. Are you ready?
Yes. Let's go.
We have a meeting next to the quarry. As we are early, we should be the first to arrive.
Perfect. I'll hide until they get here.
He will certainly not come alone. I beg you, don't wait to intervene if things go wrong.
Be confident. I won't abandon you.
You should get in position. He'll be here soon.
My friend! I'm so glad to see you. Because you owe us some explanations, don't you?
Sir, let me explain. I wanted to do well. I was just a little rushed and...
Silence, fool! Not only have you been so clumsy with your handling that the quartermaster was informed, but in addition, you dared to plot with this legate. A noble that has already cost us dearly. Do you no longer love your children, Alric? You want us to get rid of them? Is that it?
No, Mr. Egon, I beg you. Don't hurt them. I didn't have a choice. The legate came for an inspection, but I didn't tell him anything. I swear.
It's a shame, Alric. Egon loved you, but would replace you with someone else soon enough. Someone smarter. Get rid of him. I don't want to hear from this little roach any longer. As for me, I'm leaving for Hikmet. Try to be discreet. This legate doesn't seem willing to let go.
We're committed to protecting this man.
If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of Arma.
I swear I didn't betray you. You're wounded. Ah, there you are.
Yes.
We have a meet.
Perfect.
He will...
Be confident.
You should get him...
My friend! Silence, but in addition, you no longer...
No, mister, I didn't have a...
It's a shame, Alric. Someone smarter. As for me...
We're committed to protecting this man.
If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of Arma.
I owe you my life, Your Excellency.
Don't mention it. Alas, all this was useless. This man was not Egon.
I'm not sure that it's a person, Your Excellency. It may be the name given to the leaders of the gang. I don't know. But I will never be at peace until you arrest them, that's for sure.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. But how can I find this man now?
He said he was going back to Hikmet, which is where he sends the stolen alcohol. I'm sorry. I have not been completely honest with you. I could have told you that earlier, but I knew that without your protection, I would not survive. The deliveries are sent to a dispensary outside the town. No doubt to avoid arousing suspicion.
A dispensary? But what are they doing with all this alcohol?
I'm not sure, Your Excellency. But you'll no doubt find out if you go there.
Well, at least the fright Egon gave Alric managed to loosen his...
the fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of alchemy. The best potions and the most efficient concoctions. All of Alsad's talent put into bottles.
Come closer. Come closer. All my wares are in the back garden.
These islanders are drunk. And these guards don't look that official. I think we found where all the alcohol reserves on the island end up.
On your way. There's nothing for a highness here.
Sorry, but we're entering all the same.
Oh yeah, we'll soon see about that. To my help! And death to the others!
You're running out of energy. Drink a potion.
These islanders are drunk. And these guards don't look that official. I think we found where all the alcohol reserves on the island end up.
On your way. There's...
I see. Thanks for the advice.
On your way.
Sorry, but we're entering all the same.
Oh yeah. To my help! And death to the others! To my help! And death to the others!
Careful, Greenblood! You're wounded!
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
This is the man we saw at the quarry. We must stop him.
To my help! And death to the others!
Watch out!
Surrender. You are under arrest.
What am I accused of?
You are a high-ranking member of a criminal organization that has named itself Egon, and you did not hesitate to order a murder. So, even though the attempt failed, The gallows awaits you, unless you decide to reveal everything you know.
I won't say a word. I won't give you anyone. I'd rather die.
If you really thought so, we would not be talking. You will be taken to New Serene. Manfred will know how to make you talk.
Come closer. Come closer. All my wares are in the vanguard of progress.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
Was the captain we arrested transferred to you?
Yes. And we began to question him. It appears that he was paid by Governor Buren. The governor tasked him with weakening the natives as much as possible in order to muzzle the rebellion. They were trying to poison the natives with alcohol, but they needed a lot to do it. Their entire smuggling operation revolved around that.
Did you contact the governor?
Yes. He sent us a letter apologising, saying he didn't know he was dealing with criminals. His letter was accompanied by a letter of marque to compensate the merchants who suffered in this case.
Which doesn't mean that he will abandon these despicable methods. Is there any news on Egon? We are no longer certain it's even a person.
Even though that name might refer to the organisation, someone must be leading it. And that's who we have to stop. Alas, for now, the captain doesn't want to tell us any more. So the interrogation continues. We're waiting for answers on that point. I need your help in another case.
I'm listening.
The Admiral sent us a furiously worded letter. One of their ships was commandeered by our troops. They accused the San Mateus garrison. But I know Herbert is quartermaster. He's an honest man. I'm not saying that the Admiral is lying to us, but I don't understand what could have happened. Whatever the case may be, The Admiral is threatening to refuse all transportation to our men. This will not only hurt the Guard, but also all the nations that employ us. We need someone diplomatic, able to piece this whole story together. Can I count on you?
Yes. I will go see Admiral Cabral and try to understand what happened.